Hello and welcome to the Daily Brown Bag. Today we're going to be talking about Google Hangouts for small business videos. I'm Chad Hill and I'm joined by Adam Stetzer.
Hi, good morning, Chad. Welcome to the Brown Bag. Today we're talking about these tips for small businesses who want to add video to their content marketing strategy. We've been talking about content marketing for years, and the bar just keeps going up as people are realizing that content marketing and SEO are rapidly merging, and you really need to have great content if you want to achieve top rankings. So let's talk a little bit about how video can fit into your content marketing strategy. With the faster internet connectivity, Chad, there's just a growing number of people watching video in general, and particularly watching it from mobile. Here's some data to set up this discussion about why video is so important to content marketing. ComScore's latest data, this is from April of this year, 2015, 191 million people in the US watched an online video content via their desktop. This is for the month of April. Google is where most of this video is watched, thanks to YouTube, obviously their top video distribution property. But people are also watching videos at Facebook, which came in second based on the ComScore data, and also at Yahoo, which was third. According to Kissmetrics, consumers are 64 to 85% more likely to purchase a product after watching a video about that product or service. So that's pretty compelling data on why you'd want to start to integrate video into your content marketing. And if you're just looking for rankings, you're not thinking about the consumer behavior, try this one on. Videos appear in 70% of the top 100 results in the search engines. And so this makes a lot of sense, Chad, as we think about some of the signals we've suspected that Google has added into their search algorithm over the years. They're looking at time on site. They're looking at bounce back to the search page. They're trying to get signals of low engagement, and we know video drives high engagement. So I know correlation does not necessarily imply causation, but it does really suggest that if you have a video on your page, you're going to have people stay there longer. The bounce back to the Google search will be lower, and that will be a signal of engagement and authenticity and user value, which might help you rank. So this has kind of led people in the marketing field, the digital marketing field, over 90% of them say that you should include video as part of your overall online marketing strategy. Yeah, we talk to small businesses every day, Chad, and we know they're often hesitant to incorporate video and to shoot them and to get started. So how do we encourage these small businesses to be more effective with their digital marketing?
Yeah, Adam, it's a great question, and it's very relevant, obviously, because we've really found that the videos in our marketing have really helped us because they're a great multimedia component. And I think that when you look at what people are most concerned about, it typically is that they think that they're time consuming. They think they might be too expensive because people are used to kind of television production quality, crews and whatnot. And then the third thing is that they just don't really know where to start. So we wanted to talk and give you some tips today about where you can start. And the first thing that we really recommend is using Google Hangouts for small business videos. And that's what we're doing here today. Hangouts is a really great for recording these types of interviews. Either this could be with a customer, or this could be, as we're doing it today, with two people at a company. The quality is really good. And in fact, I was reading recently an article about how Google Plus is kind of unwinding some of the things that they've done, the Google Plus initiative. But one of the interesting things that I read was that back when they started Google Plus, they actually Google ripped out a very expensive conferencing system in order to really make the people at Google, a very large company with many, many offices, be able to use this tool effectively for meetings and to make sure the quality was good enough to replace this very high-end system. So we're all the beneficiaries here. We have this free service essentially that would normally cost thousands and thousands of dollars. So we want to talk a little bit about today, like how you can use it and how in some ways this has saved us hundreds of hours of production time by being able to do these live recordings. All this we're doing today will automatically be recorded to YouTube, which allows us to very quickly download that, add an intro to it, and get this up on our website. So let's take you through a couple of things that you need to do when using Google Hangouts for small business videos. The first thing you need is a good webcam. And that doesn't really cost that much money. A typical Logitech webcam for around $100, an HD quality one, is all you really need. You need to think a little bit about lighting. And I think, Adam, you and I have messed this up many times over the years, but really you want to make sure you're not backlit And ideally, you want to have something behind you that's interesting to look at. You don't want a messy office behind you. And so what we've chosen to do, as you can see behind us right now, is that we have 2 trade show booths. And these trade show booths are things that we use when we go to trade shows. But when we're in the office and we want to record one of these videos, we can put it up and it gives us a nice professional background. The third thing you want to do is get your Google Hangout set up. And so that's, again, sometimes kind of hard to find. But if you go to plus.google.com and go to the menu for Hangouts, you scroll down that page, there's a link to start a Hangout on air. And that's really the critical thing, is you need to start a Hangout on air, because that's what allows you to have this interactive dialogue and then have it recorded and posted to YouTube so that you can then put it on your website. One final component here is that you do need a good microphone. So either, in our cases, what we have is a USB Cardioid mic. You can search on Amazon, or if you just want to use something like a headset, make sure it's a good quality microphone. It really does make a big difference. So once that's all set up, you now get into the content of, again, using Hangouts for a small business video. So what you want to do is ideate and come up with a topic, just like you would for a blog post. You want to do a little bit of background research so you have some prepared bullets. Adam took you through some of those, where we always want to lead in with some statistics. And I'm also, of course, right now looking at an outline of this particular presentation so that I know what points I want to hit. That needs to go in up front. And you probably want to spend a few minutes thinking about the flow of the video. How are you going to start? How are you going to transition from one person to the other? But then once you get into the meat of the matter, it goes pretty easily, because it is just a conversation, as Adam and I have set up here today. Once the video has been recorded, it goes to YouTube. You want to download that and get it transcribed. We use a service called SpeechPad. There are a bunch of other transcription services out there. You upload the video, it comes back to you with the transcription, which is very important for SEO purposes, because you do want the words on the page on your website, because that, again, by having this conversation right now, we are essentially creating a 1,000 or 1,500 word blog post, which is very, very useful and powerful. When you have it all produced, ready to roll, make sure you do post it on your website, because, again, you want this to, as Adam said, 70% of the top 100 listings have videos embedded. So you want to make sure that this content you're creating is going on your website. And I guess our final point is that once it does go up on the website, you want to make sure that you promote it just like you would anything else. That's tweets. You want to tweet it. You want to share it on Facebook. If you have something, if you have an email newsletter that goes out, you want to notify people of your videos. And then ultimately, you want to track it in the rankings and see how does it do over time and what other people might be willing to link to it or refer to it, so it improves its organic results. So again, that's quite a list here. We'll make sure we publish it, but we're excited, again, to share how you can use Hangouts for small business videos.
So in terms of enhancing your digital marketing, there's a lot of statistics that say you should do this with videos to make it stronger. The answer Chad just gave you was use Hangouts. It's free, it's easy. And I think the last piece of advice we always have, Chad, is just get out there and do it. Don't overthink this. Get started, get the ball rolling, and you'll be happy you did. Well, we really appreciate you joining us for our video today. And as always, we would ask you to subscribe and share this with anyone you think would find it interesting.